Hello student, good morning, welcome back. So today I am going to start new topic in mechanical properties of solid chapters. So today our topic is elastic potential energy in a stretched wire. So here we take any cylindrical wire, okay, and at the bottom of this wire we attach a load, okay, we attach a load and this wire has length L, okay. So what happened when we attach load at the bottom of this wire, then its length has been increased. Its length has been increased x, okay, we take here x, its length has been increased to x, okay. So this wire is made of metal. When we remove the external force, okay, so this is a external force, you can see that here, this is external force, okay. So now total length of this wire is L plus x, so total length of this wire is L plus x, okay. So this wire is made of iron metal, if we assume that, okay. So when we remove this external force from this wire, okay, so this wire will return back to its original position, okay, when we remove this external load to this wire, okay. So this means that there is a force acting opposite to this external force, okay. So there will be some restoring force acting opposite to this external force, okay. So when we remove this wire, okay, due to elastic property of this wire, this wire return back to its original position. So now you can see that here. So when this wire, okay, I repeat again, when this wire of any material is stretched, then interatomic forces, okay, this material, this metal, this wire made of some metals, iron metals, and this is a solid, okay, solid, and the structure of entire structure look like this, okay. These are atoms, and the intermolecular force between these two, any two atoms we take here, okay, is very strong here, okay. So what happens when this wire of any material stretched, then interatomic forces starts opposing any changes, okay. So what happens after that? So then there will be a restoring force has work to be done against this external force, okay, and this work done is stored in the wire in the form of elastic potential energy, okay. So here this work stored as elastic potential energy, okay. So here now let us consider a wire of length L and area of cross section, we take here A, okay, an area of cross section A, okay. So a force F, okay, this is a force F, okay, force is equal to weight of this body, okay. So force F acts on the wire along its length, okay. So when due to this force the length has been increased here, okay. So let the length of this wire, let the length of the wire be increased by, you can see that length of this wire increased by x, okay, increased by x. So Young modulus, we already know that what is a Young modulus, is equal to force upon area, stress upon strain, longitudinal stress upon longitudinal strain, okay. And what is the change of length, okay. So here this is a stress, what is a stress here? So force upon area, this is a stress, and strain produced here x upon total length, x is a change in length, okay, and original length L, okay. So y is equal to, Young modulus is equal to stress longitudinal stress upon strain, that is x upon L. We can write here longitudinal stress upon longitudinal strain, okay. I repeat again. So now you can see that here. So let us consider a wire of length L and area of cross section A, okay, and a force F acts on the wire along its length, okay. So let the length of this wire be increased by x. So Young modulus, we already know that longitudinal stress upon longitudinal strain. Okay, so that is this is a stress and this is a strain. So here this Y is Young's modulus of the wire. Okay, so now we make a fresh diagram here. So this is a wire of length L, and we attach a load at the bottom of this wire, due to which its length has been increased to X. Okay, this is a total length of this wire. Now total length of this wire after elongation, so that is a L plus X. Okay, so this is a fresh diagram. Okay, so now we already know that Young modulus is equal to longitudinal stress upon longitudinal strain, and this is the cross sectional area, and that is the force. So force upon area upon change in length X and original length L. Okay, so the Y is a Young modulus. Okay, so now what happened after that? We see that here in this figure. So now we pull this wire a little bit more. Okay, so this is a wire. Okay, so L plus X. Okay, total length L plus X. So now we pull this wire a little bit more. Okay, so what happened here? Then there will be a slightly change in its length, that is a delta X. Okay, so here to here, that is a L plus X, and so when we pull this wire, okay, so there will be a slightly change its length, that is a delta X. Okay, so now if the wire is further elongated by a very small length, dx, you can see that here, very small length dx. Okay, then work done dw is, okay, so there will be a very small change in length dx, then very small work done dw done here. Okay, so here this is the dw, we can write here work is equal to, we already know that, force into displacement. Okay, so dw is equal to F into dx. Okay, and we already know that the value of F. Okay, sorry, we have to find out this value, no? Young modulus. Okay, so Young modulus is equal to force, and we can write here upon area and X upon L. Okay, so here force is equal to, we can write here, okay, so finally Young modulus is equal to F L X A, and force is equal to Young modulus A X upon L. Okay, this is a value of force. So now we put this value here. So here Young modulus, area of cross sectional, change in length upon original length, and this is the dx, very small change in length dx. Okay, this is a value of dw, I mean very small work done. But okay, so you see, you can see that here in these images. Okay, so when we attach a load to this wire, so due to which the length of this wire has been increased, that is a X, so then there must have been some work done here. Okay, so we have to find the total work done, W. So how we find it? So you can see that here, so we find it, integrate. Okay, so work done in increasing the length of the wire from L to L plus X. Okay, so that in from X is equal to 0 to X is equal to X. Okay, so you can see that here. So here at this point X is equal to 0, and at this point X is equal to X. Okay, So here what we do here, so we have this value. Okay, very small work done is equal to dw is equal to Young modulus area of cross sectional change in length. Okay, very small change in length upon original length. Okay, so now we integrate this dw axl dx. Okay, so this total work done, this becomes total work done. Young modulus is a constant quantity, area of cross sectional is also constant quantity, original length is also constant quantity. So this comes out from these integrations and only left inside x and dx. Okay, so what we get here, x square. Okay, so we put here the limit. Okay, lower limit value 0, upper limit value x, 0 to x. Okay, so this becomes, we already know that x square upon 2, 0 to x. So here now you can see that here. Okay, so total work done is equal to w is equal to Young modulus area of cross sectional upon original length, and this is a x square. Firstly we put the this values, upper limit value x square upon 2, and now we put the lower limit value 0 square upon 2. Okay, and finally it becomes 0, so x square upon 2. Okay, so this is the value of work done. So what we write here, work done is equal to Young modulus, and this is a 1 by 2 we write here, and x square. Okay, x square and this a upon l. Okay, so what is x? Change in length, and l original length. Okay, this is the original length and this is a change in length. Okay, so w is equal to half Young modulus into, if we write x square and we write here l square, then we must multiply l here. Okay, l and l will be cancelled, then finally we will get l. Okay, so multiply here, so half Young modulus. What is this? So what we write here, x upon l whole square into l into a. Okay, so this is a length. Okay, so originally we see that here, this is a wire, original wire having length l and its cross sectional area a. Okay, so a into l, it gives volume of the wire. Okay, so it gives volume of this wire. And what is this? X. Change in length x upon original length, it is a strain. So it gives volume of the wire, it gives strain. Okay, and it gives Young's modulus. Okay, so what we write here, so we can simply write here is equal to half y Young modulus, and this is a strain whole square into volume of the wire. Okay, so now here you can see that again. Okay, so this is a work done. This is a Young modulus, x upon l, change in length, original length, strain, length of this wire, and area of cross section, it gives volume of the wire. Okay, this is the volume of the wire. So what we write here, so potential energy, so now potential energy per unit volume. Okay, we take here per unit volume. So what it means, volume is equal to 1. Okay, so we put here volume is equal to 1, so this total becomes 1. Okay, so work done is equal to half into Young modulus into strain whole square. Okay, simply we write here, so work done is equal to half, and what is a Young modulus? Young modulus is equal to stress upon strain. Okay, this is a longitudinal stress and this is a longitudinal strain, but simply we write here stress upon strain. Okay, so stress upon strain, and this is a strain whole square. Okay, so work done is equal to half, and this strain and strain cancel here, so what left here, stress into strain. Okay, so work done is equal to half stress into strain, so this is our value.